All right, cool. So let's get this thing popping. So I'm gonna go to a 4-hour chart real quick, and just kind of give you guys an idea that I trade harmonics, advanced harmonic patterns. So everything that you see on my chart, it might. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna dumb it down so you guys can like really grasp this concept. All right. So looking at this this market structure right here, this simple harmonic formation right here. It's a cipher pattern, and this is on gold. I actually got in at this little entry level down here off of this 1 hour trend line, and based off that 1 hour trend line, let's see how many pips I'm currently up right now off of that trade. Got in somewhere around here. Currently up about 192 pips off of that trade. Let's just say 99. Let's say I'm up 200 pips off that trade. All right. Target 1 is right here for 220 pips, and target 2, I got price going up here. That should hit about 375 pips off of this completion for my targets to be hit. So I'm just being patient, waiting for that to happen. So I'm going to take profit off the table once price hit target 1, and then going about just letting a little small profits ride all the way out to target 2, and I might even scale up as well. So just kind of give you guys an idea of I think what I'm gonna do tonight. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Hey Lamarck, hey, can you drop the link inside the Dynamic Investment Global's Telegram chat? I think you on the call so that they can get on. All right, bet. Appreciate it. All right, cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna let profits ride all the way out to target 1. I'm gonna take some profits off the table and just let the little bit ride out to target 2. And so this is what we were in right here on gold. I'm gonna go to AUD USD real quick. AUD JPY. That's another trade that we were currently in also on a buy opportunity. Well, actually, we were in it for a sell, and what ended up happening last week was price ended up stopping us out on a harmonic pattern that we saw. And then I told you guys that if price, let me go down to a lower time frame. And if you guys don't understand all of these trend lines on my chart, just to break this down, all of these trend lines that you guys see on my chart, let me see if we got any stragglers back here. All right, there you go. Oops, wrong thing. All right, so all of these lines that you guys see on my chart, these are all different. These are all color coded for a reason, because this green is my 1 hour. I'm gonna put 1H for my 1 hour level of support and resistance. The red is my 15 minute. My 15 minute. My black is my daily. And the yellow and the gold are my 4 hours. So this is my 4 hours. Okay. So just looking at this market, you can kind of see how the market comes up here and hit these levels and respect it some type of way, right? Respect these levels, and so forth and so forth. Respecting them, and whatnot. So I'm gonna show you guys how you all should start marking up your chart, so you all can be able to identify levels in the market as well. So one thing that we went over, let me delete this trend line right here. We had on a lower time frame, we actually had a bat pattern that developed right here. I think some of you all were actually in that trade with me also. We had this this bat harmonic pattern where you see price. I'm actually going to take this level of support right here and this level of resistance, and I'm just going to fib those 2 levels out, and you can see how price gave us that 50% retracement from X to A. I'm just going to measure this out, label these for you real quick. This will be my X point. This is my X point. Follow the market all the way up. It's my A point. Follow the market down. Boom, this is my B point. okay? Because it gave me that 50% retracement. And then I'm gonna clear that. And let me go ahead on and delete this. Go ahead on and delete that. And I want to take my fib from my A point, which is up here, so low resistance, all the way down to this B leg. And price gave me that 50% minimum touch right here. Well, they actually gave it to me right here, but this is where the 50% lines up. And price came all the way up here, which is perfectly fine as long as it didn't close above my A leg, okay? So that's what we got for our C leg. And our D completion, we all know that from the 88.6 is that D completion for the back pattern, okay? So if I take my fib from this level of support, which is my X leg, all the way up to this level of resistance, and I'm just gonna extend it out so that we can see. Let me line that up. All right, perfect. So check this out. So we had that that harmonic pattern, which was right here, X to A, X to A to B, B to C, C to D, which complete at that 88.6 level, which is right here. So for those of you all who got into that opportunity with me last week, we had this our entry point at this 88.6 level right here, which is where we got into the trade. And you see price came up here and pushed up, but it never gave us our target one. So it was actually a failed pattern because this is our 113 level right here. We got stopped out, okay, which is perfectly fine. Your job is just to identify and execute. That's what your job is, okay? So now, and the reason why I didn't want to get involved 100% with that trade, but I saw the pattern and I was like, you know what, just let me, that was just me being aggressive. And I only risked 30 pips anyway on that trade. So based on the bigger picture, because you do have these smaller harmonic patterns that you see right here. Right here, you do have these smaller harmonic patterns within the bigger picture, okay? So based on this bigger picture, one of the reasons why I necessarily didn't want to get involved with it, but I see that our completion level ended at that 4-hour trend line, which is right here, my yellow line. I saw that and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be aggressive with it and enter that trade, okay? So I ended up doing that. I entered that trade and where's my pen? I entered that trade and you can see, looking back to my left, we have structure right here. We got structure right here, and on top of that 4-hour trend line, which is my yellow trend line, okay? And that's where that harmonic pattern completed, right on top of that trend line. So I felt like it was going to be a great opportunity to enter for a trade, and I was only going to go for target one. So if I take my target from my Fibonacci tool, from my C leg, which is up here, to my D leg, take my fib from those levels. And again, if you're drawing your fib, I don't think I ever went over that, but if you draw your fib from top down, from your C leg to your D leg, it's automatically going to be positioned in the correct way, so you don't have to worry about trying to figure out how do you position it and stuff like that, because it's already going to be positioned the correct way. So you can see that price actually barely missed my my target point, which is that 38.2 level right here. It's 38.2 level. We entered the trade right here, and you can see price barely missed our order by X amount of pips. So I was only going to go for target one because I saw the bigger harmonic picture right here, and I'm actually going to draw that bigger harmonic out for you guys. That bigger harmonic actually plays out right here, and I'm gonna draw it out. See if, matter of fact, can anybody identify it? Can anybody identify that harmonic picture? That harmonic that's on the chart? Yeah, you can for sure. Yeah, I already know you can, bro. No, it's not a crab. Yeah, I'm gonna walk you through the steps so you all can see it as well. I know for a fact, Mono, he can see it. I know El Mono can see it. Who else is it? Not yet, not yet. Okay, cool. So, like I say, on a grand scheme of things, we got this move right here. Okay, for one harmonic pattern. Now you gotta understand the bigger picture right here. Okay, the bigger picture is um. Oh, give me 2 seconds. So the bigger picture is right here. Our anchor leg is going to be right here, which is our start point, and we're going to follow the market all the way up. Okay, and this pullback. So again, pretend like all of this to my right never even happened. All right, and we're just gonna focus on that on this little small section right here. That's all we're gonna focus on, this little section right here. So I'm just gonna do something for you guys real quick. Let me grab this my fib again, take it from that high to that low. Matter of fact, let me do this because I actually see two patterns. Hey, El Mono, hey, do you see that? You see how many patterns you see in there, bro? I'm gonna draw it out for you. I'm gonna draw it out. I got this one right here. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me grab this. Let me grab this. I got this pattern right here. X to A to B, B to C all the way down here to D to the D completion. And that's where we would enter the market right there for our buy opportunity. Okay. Hello, Ray, first time live with you. Nice, Micah, welcome. Where you from? That's quick. Yes, you see two big ones. You caught the bottom. LOL. Okay, perfect. And this is the second one right here. Let me come here and grab my tool real quick. The second one is this right here, X to A to B, B to C, C to D. So you can see how this is also confluence, right? You see the market actually complete both patterns at the same level. So that right there made it that much more stronger for us to have that confidence to actually enter in for a buy opportunity. And I know El Mono, you caught that trade, you caught this entire move to the upside. So what I want to do right now is I actually want to go over the measurements for that so you all can see exactly what I'm talking about, so that you all can start being able to identify these movements in the market so we can help you guys make money. Let's do it. So I'm going to go ahead on and delete these real quick. So again, what I'm going to do, bro, hey, how much money did you make off that trade, bro? Is your start point and end point always the lowest? So I'm always looking for a level of structure. Do you use divergence or a convergence indicator? Let me answer this question. The only time I use divergence is looking at my RSI, and I can spot divergence on my RSI. That's the only time I use it. But I don't have no type of indicators or anything for that. I can just spot it with my eye. And I look at price. So check this out. So you made $111 in your sleep. That's lit, bro. All right. So when I'm looking at the market, I'm looking at my anchor leg, okay? Because all these patterns start with some type of anchor leg, okay? Level of support and resistance. So that's all I'm looking for, is just like my obvious level of support and resistance. And I can see that this right here is my level of support, okay? So based on this level of support, I'm just gonna follow the market all the way up. And I got this level of resistance right here, okay? So this right here would be considered my X leg, and this move up here would be considered my A leg, okay? And I just wanna measure out this move right here. And the way I'm gonna figure out what this level right here is by me grabbing my Fibonacci tool and kind of giving you guys, let me clear this real quick. Grabbing my Fibonacci tool and taking it from that low point. Matter of fact, let me do this. Like I said, I got two patterns on here, so I'm actually going to go over the Gartley pattern. So based off of this move right here and this move up here, that's what I'm going to take. I'm going to fib out that entire move. Now you got to understand, when you're trading harmonic patterns, right? It's not what you see on the internet. The market just go up, the market come down, the market go up, the market come down, and it completes. This is not how the pattern moves. This is how the pattern moves. Sometimes you're gonna have these little waves on the inside, right? These waves on the inside. This right here is one entire leg that I'm measuring out. That makes sense? See what questions y'all got in here. So is your support the lowest level of the chart? Question, yes. Yes, yes, yes. In this case, yes, my support is the lowest level on this chart right here. So let me clear everything out. So again, my percentage, bro, is pretty high. So again, I'm going to take my fib from this level, this low level of support. That's my anchor leg, okay? All the way up to this level of resistance up here, which is this level right here, okay? And I just want to measure that move out and see what I get. So if I take my fib, taking it from this level, this low point right here, all the way up to that level of resistance. Guys, based on what you all see, so my students that are on here right now, based on the level that you guys see right here, where price hit, what pattern should we be looking for? Drop it in the chat. B-stash traders. What pattern should we be looking for? Perfect. Exactly. We should be looking for the Gartley pattern based on that Gartley pattern. Exactly. Based on that Fibonacci retracement level right here, what price came down here and touched, that's exactly what we should be looking for. So now that we have that identified, we have our X leg, and right now we're just gathering all the evidence, okay? Just like you're a lawyer presenting your case to the jury, okay? And to the judge. We have our X leg. Let me clear that up. So we have our X point, we have our A leg, and we have our B point, okay? Simple. Simple, okay? Let me go ahead and minimize that. That's what we got, okay? So now what I want to do is take my A point. I want to take my A point, which is up here. Let me grab my pen. Take my A point, which is right here, and this B level, and I just want to measure that out and see what this level right here gives me, okay? Just simple stuff. Taking my field from that level, my A leg, all the way down to my B leg. Now, let me extend this out so we can see the price, the ratios. All right, there we go. So now check this out. So based on that, right, we got X, we have A, we have our B point. All right. Based on this retracement level, all I need is a minimum of a 61.8 retracement, right? And that's exactly what we have right here. That 61.8 level retracement right there, okay? That's what price hit. So now we have a valid C leg. Now understand this, as long as our price doesn't go above our A leg and it stays within this structure, we have a valid C leg, okay? Makes sense? So now we're looking for the completion of that entire move. So we have our X leg, we have our X leg, we have our A leg, we have our B leg, and we also have our C point. Who can tell me the entry point for the Gartley pattern? If I take my fib from my X leg all the way up here to my A leg, who can tell me the entry point that I should be looking to enter that trade for a buy opportunity? Let's see what level. 78.6. All right, perfect. Did price come and hit? Did price hit that 78.6 level? This is where we buy the market right here at this level, and we catch it to the upside. This is the same as that trade that El Mono caught as well, and that's our D entry point right there. That's our D entry point. That's where we enter the trade for the buy, and we catch this entire move to the upside right here. Simple stuff. Now, it's all about you being able to train your eye to see this stuff happen, and coming to my sessions and being consistent on my sessions so that you all can perfect this. Because these moves happen all the time in the markets. X to A to B, B to C, C, all the way down here to our D completion. These moves happen all the time in the market, right? And this is where we enter for a buy opportunity. And let's see how many pips that went for. This went for a total of, it went for a total of 95 pips. Okay. Guys, 95 pips, that right there can pay your rent. Like, seriously. And we got guys on this call right now that's catching these moves like this and really like cashing out with trading. And the only thing that's stopping them, the only thing that's honestly separating you from the guys that are actually, making profit in the markets is just being consistent and actually, being hungry and wanting to learn the skill set. How do you mark up low to high? How do you measure the D point again? So how do you mark up the low to high? So what would be your stop loss? All right, I'm gonna go over that. So how do you mark up the low to high? It's simple. You look for your levels of support resistance, the key levels, right? It's obvious if I look at my chart. If I take a step back and just look at the grand scheme of things, where's your lowest level of support? It's right here. From this point, all I'm doing is I'm just going to follow the market all the way up. I'm going to ignore all of the noise in the middle, like these waves right here. I'm just going to ignore all this noise right here. And I'm taking this as one entire leg, okay? That's just one leg. Now, I follow the market. I identify my level of support. I identify my level of resistance. I just simply take my Fibonacci tool from that level of support all the way up to that level of resistance. And guess what? From my A leg, I'm going to follow the market and see. Hold on, let me grab my pen. I'm going to follow the market from my A leg all the way down to where price stops. Bam, it stopped right here at the 61.8 level. Based on that 61.8 retracement right there, I know exactly what I should be looking for in the markets. So this right here is kind of like your GPS to like success when you're trading. Where do you find patterns such as Gartley? They're everywhere. You just have to be able to train your eye how to see it. So it has to start from the lowest. Yeah, ideally, yes, it has to start from the lowest. So let me do this for you real quick, because pretty much this is how all harmonic patterns basically start. I'm actually in some trades right now that I need to check on as well. So this is how all harmonic patterns start, all right? You have your level of, so for example, check this out. Matter of fact, I'll come back to that later. Matter of fact, this could be the start point of a new harmonic pattern right here, developing. That makes sense? This right here, this leg can be a new start point. Price can come all the way up. It can come down, hit whatever level, come up, boom, give me another harmonic pattern. Then guess what? I'm in for another buy to the upside. Most of the time when you see these harmonic patterns, you're not going to see it until you at least have your BC leg. That's when you pretty much gonna see the harmonic pattern. So when you're looking at the market, check this out. The market will come down, boom, it'll drop, and then it'll consolidate, right? And then it'll break out of that zone. And based off of price breaking out of this zone, I wait for price to give me a level of resistance, because I know this is my support level down here. I know this is going to be my start leg. This is going to be my start point. This is going to be my X leg down here at the bottom. I'm just going to simply follow the market all the way up to give me a level of resistance and pull back. As soon as the market starts to pull back, I now have my level of resistance, and that's my A leg. I now take my fib from my X leg all the way up here to my A point, and I try to figure out, let's see how far price pulls down. Let's see what retracement level price pulls back to. If price comes down and hit that 61.8, bam, guess what? And it starts to pull back, I know exactly what I'm looking for. Now I have my B leg identified. Make sense? You follow me? So that's how you find out and identify your levels of support and resistance and where to start your harmonic patterns. And you all can go back and watch the recording as well. And I'm just going to erase this. So definitely go back and watch the recordings and check everything out also. So how do I find my stops? My stop loss, I'll show you right now. So to identify my stops, I'm just going to simply take my fib again. I'm just going to simply take my fib from my X leg all the way up here to my A leg. And you see this level down here? This Fibonacci level, this is where we enter at the 78.6. And my level that I want to put my stop loss to protect myself in the market is right here at this level right here. It's right here at this level. At that 1.13 level, that's where you want to put your stop loss. I try to hide it up under my 113 level, but ideally that's where you want to put it around this level. And again, it's all about how you feel in the market also. So if you want to put a little bit tighter stop loss, you can do that also. You can, throw your stop loss somewhere even higher up under your X leg. So again, it's all about how you feel as well. But for the most part, I throw my stop loss under that 113 level. See what questions y'all have real quick. Definitely making sense now. Is there a pattern chart? Is what I mean. I don't recommend looking at the information that they have on the internet, because I use specific harmonic ratios. I don't use what you see on the internet, because it gives me less exposure to the market. And that's what I want to teach you guys, how to have least amount of exposure so you can maximize your gains and your profits. What's the decision process after you're done identify? Honestly, after I identify everything that you see right here, everything that happens after the D leg, when I come to the chart, when I come to my computer and I mark up my charts, my goal is just to identify these moves. That's it. Okay. Once I identify this pattern, guess what? Everything that happens after the D point is out of my control. I set my target and I set my stop loss, and I walk away from my computer and I'm done. I'm not sitting here babysitting my trades and stuck at my computer. I'm not a slave to my computer at all. Now, I monitor it on my phone when I'm out and about my day, but for the most part, everything that happens after that D entry point, I'm done. If it hit my take profit, good. If it hit my stop loss, good. You got to have emotions both ways. You can't let the highs get too high and don't let the lows get too low when you're trading, because it can be an emotional roller coaster. So for the most part, if I took this same exact trade and price came down there and hit my stop loss, guess what? I'm gonna be happy about it because I identified my strategy that I use when I trade the market. And the fact that I identified it and did my job, everything after that D point is out of my control. Like it's like playing when I played basketball overseas in Italy, right? After a basketball game, if I gave that game my all and we still came up short and lost, I'm gonna be upset about the loss. But for the most part, knowing that my team went out there and fought hard and did our job, but the tables just didn't turn our way, I'm satisfied. Now, if we went out there and we half-assed and nobody was giving their all and putting no effort into the, trying to win or whatever like that, then I'll be pissed off. But for the most part, we put our all into that and, we came out short. Hey, I'm satisfied. So it's the same thing. Trading is just like a sport, honestly. It's honest to me, it's no different than playing a sport. You got to show up every day, practice, and so forth. So again, it's the same thing. Hey, what's up, everybody? Sheesh. Yeah, I'm just actually doing a live training session right now with my team. If you guys are interested and want to learn how to trade, feel free to hit me up, shoot me a DM, and I'll be glad to share this information with you, teach you how we're helping people make this part-time to life-changing income. I'm actually about to get off because we're about to dive into some more intense training and some behind-the-scenes stuff that y'all can't see. So I'm out. Y'all want to contact me about trading, hit me up. Flower, what's good? What's good? You should be on my session anyway. I don't know why you're not on my IML TV session right now, but yeah, I'm out, guys. Yes, sir. You guys are definitely welcome. I was actually on Instagram live. So oh yeah, so check this out, guys. I'm not done yet. Matter of fact, let me check out gold real quick and see how that's moving. XAU USD. All right, perfect. It's still pushing to the upside. I'm actually about, let me see how much I'm up real quick. I'm actually about to take profit on this. Oh, nice. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead on and take profit on gold. Since it's near my target one anyway, I would hate for price to come up here and hit it. I'm sorry, like fall short, because this is a 15-minute trend line right here. So I try to front run my orders so that, I know, I mean, this is a lot of profit anyway from here, our entry point all the way up to here. So I try to front run my orders and, really, so I know I, take profit or whatever like that. Because I would hate for price to come up here and consolidate at this level and then boom, drop back down here. Now I'm sitting in this trade for another, God knows how many days for a pushback to the upside. So if you also see, I got these trend lines again. This green trend line is my hour trend line. The red lines that you see are my 15-minute, and the yellow is my 4-hour. So you can see how price came up here, actually created divergence right here. Let me clear everything. So I love trading divergence with harmonics because it's that much more powerful, right? Like sometimes I'll be ready to risk my entire life on a trade when I see a harmonic pattern with divergence. Divergence, if you don't know what it is, that's when price is going down, like you see right here. And then the RSI is going up, like you see right here. Can everybody see that divergence right there? Just type a 2 in the chat if you can see it. How long do you usually trade? So far I've been scalping. Is Ray using 5-wave patterns to spot? I don't even know what 5-wave pattern is, bro. I'm using, somebody said my eye is the harmonic scanner. So yeah, I'm using my eyes to identify these patterns, and I'm using Fibonacci, and that's it. So this same exact pattern that you guys see right here, this is the cipher pattern. We actually have GBP, NZD. Same exact move right here happening. I'm waiting for price to push down to this level right here, and I'm actually entering for a buy. But again, just like AUDJPY, you can have a bigger pattern within a smaller one, because if I look to my left, again, as you see, where's my start point, my level of support? Follow the market up to my level of resistance, measure this move out, and identify my entry point, okay? Simple as that. Now, this same move that you guys see right here is the same move that you guys see right here. It's just on a much bigger level. So I don't think that price is going to just drop straight down to this level right here, because the market don't just go straight down, and the market doesn't just go straight up. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. The market doesn't just go straight down, and the market doesn't just go straight up, right? So this is my next entry point to buy the market right here. And this trend line right here is actually my daily trend line. So again, I have a harmonic pattern that's going to fall right on top of my daily trend line. So that's going to make this move even like that much more powerful. Okay. And again, looking at this move right here, just by having these trend lines on my chart to identify these key levels, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do that also. Look at this right here. That big drop to the downside, price came down here. Matter of fact, was this hold on. No, that was on GBP AUD. Okay. But looking at this move right here, you got this price drop all the way down to the downside. And this is basic, simple support and resistance, what you guys should be mastering. Drawing these trend lines on your chart. I'm going to show you guys how to do that in like 5 minutes. But look, price came all the way back up here. Boom. Look where it went to, my daily trend line. And guess what happened? It rejected and it dropped heavy. And now price is going to come up here and probably consolidate in this zone, because this is a strong area. You got the 15-minute, the 4-hour, and so forth. And hopefully I'm looking for price to drop down to the downside, grab my orders, and then push to the upside. So I have my pending order set at, let me see where my exact pending order is set real quick. Hold on. So my pending order is set at 188,600. That's where my pending order is set, 188,600. On GBP NZD, that's where my pending order is set. So I'm just going to be patient and wait for that to happen. I'm actually in a sell on this also, and I'm going to catch the rest of this move to the downside. I'm in a sell, and I'm looking to get at least, I have a small position, a really, really small position on too, based on my account size. So I'm looking to get at least 280 pips out of this move right here, down to the downside. So because I understand what I'm doing, I have the opportunity to trade harmonic patterns within structure. Right? Now, this is also divergent right here as well. Look at this. Price is going down. RSI is going up. So this is also divergent. That's why this is causing that push. So hopefully we get some type of rejection right here out of this zone, and price continue to drop, and at least, you know, hit my orders so I can buy it and take it back to the upside. So overall, I'm looking at this market to be bullish. And to give you guys a little tip, whenever you see the D at the bottom of a harmonic pattern, like you see right here, you're looking for buy opportunities. So if you're on a harmonic scanner and you see the D at the bottom, you're looking for a buy opportunity. If you see the D at the top, you're looking for a sell opportunity. And this is how I can identify these patterns before the pattern even completes. Makes sense? So I'm like a couple days ahead of this, ahead of the harmonic scanner, because the scanner, what it does is gonna print the pattern out right then and there for you, like soon as it happens. I'm able to go ahead and identify these patterns and set my pending orders, my stop loss, and my targets, and going about my day. I have a buy stop at 188,600. Let me double check real quick. What is that? 188. 188,600 is way down here. No, hold on. Where's my buy stop? I actually have two. 184. Okay, so my first buy. Hold on. 188,600. Yeah, 188,600. So right around here is my first. And like I said, I have it. Let me see something. 188,600. All right, cool. So yeah, 188,600. What this green is right here is 188,597. But I just got 188,600. And let me see how many pips that is between this gap and here, because that's a 4 hour. That's like a 22 pip gap. So I put my order like 20 pips ahead of my D entry point, so I know for a fact I get into that trade. In the academy, Chris taught the Gartley pattern by identifying the price movement by charting trending waves up or trending waves down. Is that what you were referring to when you were charting the ABCD movement and price? Please let me know if not being clear. It's the same concept. Like, it's the same concept. So when I'm trading the Gartley pattern, matter of fact, let me see something. Hey, Elmano, you want to trade on the call still? I don't know if he's still on. All right. Hey, what pair has a Gartley pattern on it right now, so I can go to it? Because I know that's all you trade, bro. Tell me what pair that you have that has a Gartley pattern that I can kind of go over. Because I'm not counting waves like in a harmonic pattern. Like these will be waves right here. Like, it makes no sense for me to count these waves. That's just reckless. This is the entire leg right here. This is the retracement. This is the continuation. That's the completion. X, A, B, C, and my D completion. I don't necessarily count waves in between patterns. Let me see what he says real quick so I can kind of. How did you figure out the completion? Because a harmonic pattern have rules. That's why. I'm late. What's up? Every harmonic pattern have completion ratios from X to A. The last big one was on AJ, the one I already covered. All right, cool. So let me go back to AUDJPY. Oh, matter of fact, hold on. USD try. I'm actually in this trade right now on a sell. Also, bam, look at this, another harmonic pattern. Cipher pattern. The same patterns that I just showed you guys. The same as that pattern that I showed you on GBP NZD. It's the same pattern right here. Price came up here. I thought it was just going to turn over right here, but right now it's playing around. I wonder if I'm going to get some type of divergence. Yeah, I can see a little bit of divergence right here. Also, I see that this is going up while this is going down. So, you know, I'm hoping that, you know, like this is my entry point right here. I'm hoping price come down and roll over and give me my target one. I'm not even going to go for target two on this trade. I'm just going to go for target one. But yeah, I'm actually in this trade right now live. So we're going to see how this plays out. And this is the same exact ratios of the GBP NZD trade that I just showed you guys as well. There's really no difference. It's just inverse. Okay, I see what you mean. Thanks. What indicates an entire leg movement? Impulse leg. That's what indicates it. What pattern would you recommend for a newbie? I recommend, because there's so many patterns out there. But I'm gonna get back to that, to your question in a minute. So just let me see something. Somebody tell me a pair real quick, and I'll go find. Matter of fact, wait. Let me see something. Like this right here, I think this is a failed pattern because it never completed. X to A to B. Yep, this would have been a failed pattern right here. B to C. You see how fast I drew up this harmonic pattern? So this is how this harmonic pattern would have looked. And I knew I drew it fast, my bad, but this is literally how fast it takes me to spot a harmonic. So this would have been my X leg up here. I would have followed the market to the downside, and this pullback gave me a 38.2. That's my B leg, okay? My bad. This is my A leg. So from X to A, my level of resistance down to my level of support with that pullback is a 38.2, which is my B leg. Price came all the way down to these extension levels, the 1272 and the 1414. It held right here, which would have been perfectly fine, and that would have been my C leg right there, okay? And the completion of this move would have completed at the 78.6, which is right here, would have been my D point. And guess what happened? I now would have had a cipher harmonic pattern from, let me clear that up for you guys so you all can see it. Are y'all mind blown by how fast I just like spotted that out? So from X to A to B, B to C, which is right here. Not now. C to D, which complete at the 78.6. Now, the reason why this pattern right here was invalid, because it broke out of that harmonic pattern structure, okay? Now, we got that rejection right here, the first rejection, and we thought, okay, cool. I'm going to get that continuation to the upside, right? But price ended up failing, and it came back, giving me another opportunity. Well, not an opportunity, but giving me another double bottom, I guess you can say. And from that point, you know, thought price was going to push back up here, but guess what? It didn't happen. And then it came down and hit that. It broke. As soon as price closed below this 1414 level right here, I'm out of that trade. It's no good. I would have had my pending order set when I saw this push come up to the upside. I'm like, okay, cool. We're going to get some type of movement to the upside. So I have my pending order set up here. But guess what? Even though I had my pending order set up here, price deviated out of that harmonic structure. Now, guess what? I'm not involved in the trade. I'm not hurt at all. I just be patient. And guess what I do? I wait for the next setup. So that's a failed harmonic pattern. Do they always happen? No. Sometimes they fail. But if they fail, guess what? Most of the time, you're not going to be in the trade. And guess what? I just be patient and wait for the next one to happen, which is over here. Well, technically, the next harmonic pattern actually happened right here. Let's see if this one right here is valid. Let me see something. What you got? EA, gold, EU. Perfect bet on NZJPY. I got out early this week. Yeah, already completed 100%. All right, I'll check it out. So this right here, my X leg, level of support, followed up here by level of resistance. I'm going to take my Fibonacci tool from my X to A. Excuse me, X to A. And we get what? Let's see. We get a 50% touch. We get a 50% touch right here. Based off that 50% touch right here, it's what? A bat pattern, okay? So X, A to my B. And I know that this right here is my C point also. Because if I take my fib from A to B, I take my fib from my A point down to my B point. I'm just looking for a 50% retracement. That's it. We got a 50% retracement right here. I know y'all can't see it. Let me extend this out a little bit more. Bam, a 50% retracement right there. Now guess what? We have a valid C leg because our C leg didn't break above our A leg. Now I'm going to take my fib from my level of support, which is my X leg, all the way up to my level of resistance, which is my my A leg, and I will be looking for a potential bat pattern. That bat pattern completes at the 88.6 level. Guess what? I would have had my pending order set right there. Look what happened. Completed that harmonic pattern. Price never got me involved into that trade. Guess what? Perfectly fine. I didn't get hurt in that trade, right? So they don't always happen like that. But I can show you this harmonic pattern though. Like I see another harmonic pattern. Like my eyes just pick up on these movements and it's like, it's crazy, right? So check this out. So this same pattern that you guys see right here, this cipher harmonic pattern, is actually right here, but a smaller version. And I would have saw this one on the lower time frame on the 15-minute time chart. Let me get this. All right, cool, here we go. So I'm taking this level of resistance. This is my X leg, follow the market down, my A leg, and I want to measure out these two levels right here, X to A. I'm always taking my fib from my X to my A point, okay? So let me clear that. I'm gonna grab my fib from X to A. I'm looking for a minimum 38.2 retracement without price closing above the 61.8 level. You line that up. Bam, okay, cool. And like I say, my eyes just pick up on these patterns like crazy, right? So you see we got what? Our X leg, our A leg, this level of support right here. We just need a minimum 38.2 for this harmonic pattern without price, the actual candle closing above the 61.8. It can wick it and wick past it. It just can't close above the 61.8. So we have our B leg. Now check this out. If I take my fib again, I can take my fib or my Fibonacci extension. I'm gonna take my Fibonacci extension. I'm gonna take it from X to A, and I'm looking for these levels right here to hit a minimum of a 1272 without closing below the 1414. So from X to A back to X, look what we got. That 1272 touch, right? Without price closing below that 1414. Simple stuff, guys. I promise you, when you get this, you got it. And when you got it, you're going to run the markets up and make as much money as you desire. Like, I promise you, just stick with me. I got you guys. We have our C leg. Now watch this. Before I even draw the Fibonacci retracement level out, who can tell me what level I should be looking for based on that harmonic pattern? Based on the cipher pattern, who can tell me the completion? 78.6. All right, perfect. Who else can tell me it? Everybody dropped 78.6 in the chat. So I know y'all paying attention because I really want y'all to get this. All right, perfect. So watch this. So I'm going to take my field from here, from my X leg, all the way down to my C leg. And my entry point is at that 78.6 level. Look what happened, all right? Price did what? Came all the way down. Price came all the way up here and hit that 78.6 level. I had my pending order there. And guess what? We off to the races, baby. And this is on a 4-hour chart too. This is a lot of pips. This is a big movement right here. Small on a whatchamacallit on a 4-hour time frame, but it's a big movement overall. And this is what that harmonic pattern looks like. X to A to B, B to C, C to D. That's that harmonic pattern right there. Oh yeah, it's real nasty. And it makes trading fun too when you understand this stuff. Because a lot of you guys right now are just in the markets just throwing stuff on the wall hoping it sticks. Nah, we actually have it's a method to our madness when we enter the markets. Like when I enter the markets, this is the only type of stuff that I'm looking for. And guess what? The same as that movement right here. It makes sense. I'm gonna need a couple more examples. Yeah, definitely. Just keep watching my sessions over and over again. This same move that you guys see right here is this same move right here, just bigger. It's that same move, but just bigger. So I'm already involved in this trade right here. And honestly, if I go down to a lower time frame, just by looking at this right here, guess what? You guys can't see it, but I see it. I see a harmonic pattern based off of that lower time frame. So if I go down to let's go to a 15-minute. So on this 15-minute chart, this is what we have. We have a potential, like just by looking at it, I can tell you guys it's a potential back pattern. Everything starts what? With a level of support or resistance. Again, this is my level of resistance right here. Okay. Price push down, give me that level of support. Guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to fib out these levels from X to A. From X to A, we have a 50% retracement. That's telling me what I should be looking for. Now, if I take my fib from, let me see, from X, A, B. If I take my fib from A all the way up here to B, which is right here, I took my fib from here, support, to this level of resistance. I'm looking for a price to hit a 50%. Bam, we got that 50% touch right here. And it continued to drop down to 78.6, which is perfectly fine. As long as this leg doesn't go below my A point, we're good. Okay? So we got X, A, B, our C leg. And that D point completes at the 88.6 from taking my fill from X all the way down to A. So if I take my fill from X, if I take my fill from X all the way down to A, I can actually get involved in this trade again at that 88.6 level. Or if you guys aren't in the trade, I recommend that you guys don't really get involved with this trade because it's I mean, you can get involved. This will be the entry point right there. This is a USD try, so it's very, very volatile. The spreads are really high on that trade also, so definitely be careful if you get involved with it. But if you guys get into this trade right here, put a low position on it because I'm actually going to be swinging the hell out of this trade. My target one is, I gotta go to the bigger time frame so I can see my target one. So my target one is all the way down here. So you can get, so this harmonic pattern right here can actually set off this bigger push to the downside. If price comes up here, which I really hope it doesn't. I mean, if it does, it's whatever. I'll just probably, you know, I'll be cool, don't matter. But it might set off that big move to the downside. Beast ass traders, you know it. So yeah, guys, make sure you study up. What I'm gonna do is drop my recorded session right here in this chat right here. All right, you see where it says here's tonight's recorded session? I'm gonna do the same as that thing. You guys can click this link, subscribe to my YouTube channel also, and make sure you guys study up. I have all my recorded sessions right here on my YouTube channel. Okay. Soon as everything's gonna be uploaded to my IML session, whatever whatever it is, you know, the issue is between my computer to it connecting to my channel. I don't know what the heck is going on, but it's not allowing that to happen. I guess I got to buy a new computer, so I'm in the process of figuring stuff out. But yeah, come here, click that YouTube link, subscribe, study up. I have all my recording sessions there. Things like over 20 recorded sessions or so. And I'm going to drop the recorded session right here tonight. You can look at the dates right here also. The dates tell you exactly when I post. My screen name is Da Vinci Code. So if you guys want to, you know, if you guys see me post, if you see Da Vinci Code posting, that is me, Ray Robinson, and we go from there. So guys, that's my time for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be dropping a session in maybe an hour or so, and I'll talk to you guys later, and I'm out. Matter of fact, yeah, I was going to tell everybody to drop a beast ass traders one time for me. I'm out, guys. Peace.